So, you want to take your writing to the next level. In this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how to connect your ideas, moving beyond those simple sentences to build arguments that are way more powerful and, sophisticated. Does this sound familiar? You've got these great, complex ideas in your head, but when you put them on the page, they just feel a little flat, a little disconnected. Well, don't worry, we're about to fix that for good. You want to know the secret weapon? It's the connecting words you choose. This is all about leveling up your language to show the exact relationship between your thoughts. Look, we all start out with the basics, right? Words like and but, and they get the job done, for sure. But to add real punch and nuance, we need to upgrade our toolkit to include words like moreover, although, and in spite of. So let's start with that first category, adding ideas. Okay, first up, adding on. This is all about reinforcing your points by stacking similar ideas one after another. The key thing to remember here is that addition is all about agreement and support. You're basically saying, here's my point, and hey, here's another point that makes it even stronger. It's kind of like adding another brick to the wall of your argument. And here are the tools for that job. As you can see, you have a ton of options way beyond just and or also. A word like moreover, for example, adds this little bit of weight, the sense of importance. And not only, but also, well, that just creates a really elegant sentence structure. So take a look at how as well as works right here. It just seamlessly connects two equally important needs, education and healthcare, into one really powerful statement. It's so much more fluid than just saying they need education and they need healthcare. See the difference? And here's a great example of moreover in action. The first sentence tells us the topic, globalization. Then, moreover signals to us, the reader, that a really important related idea is coming up next. It's like a big signpost that says, hey, pay attention, this adds another important layer. So that's how you add similar ideas. But what happens when your ideas are kind of in conflict? Well, that brings us to part 2, showing contrast. And here, we'll introduce the idea of concession. Concession is basically the flip side of addition. It's all about introducing a surprise, a contrast, maybe an unexpected twist. You're saying, even though this thing is true, this other surprising thing is also true. And that creates this really powerful tension that makes your writing so much more interesting. And here's your toolkit for showing that contrast. Words like although and however create that classic pivot, right? While despite and in spite of are just perfect for showing how something happened, even when there was a big obstacle in the way. In this example, the first fact is that some women are illiterate, so you might logically expect a negative outcome from that. But however, just completely pivots the sentence. It introduces this powerful, contrasting idea that they work incredibly hard. That one little word adds so much complexity. Okay, and look at this one. In spite of immediately tells us the obstacle, being illiterate. But what comes next is the surprising part. Their amazing resourcefulness in using pictures to learn. That phrase just perfectly highlights their resilience. It's fantastic. Now, using these words correctly is absolutely crucial. The grammar really matters, so let's pull up a quick cheat sheet just to make sure you're getting it right every time. Okay, this is a super important rule to remember. After although, you need a full clause. That means a subject and a verb. For example, although she worked hard, but after in spite of or despite, you just follow it with a noun or a verb ending in ing, like in spite of working hard. Getting this little detail right is going to make your writing sound so much more polished. All right, you've seen the definitions, you've seen the examples, and now you've got the rules. So I think it's your turn. Let's test out your new skills with a quick little challenge. All right, first challenge. We've got a blank space here. The first idea is that they have a big influence on society. The second idea is that they contribute to their families. So how are those two ideas related? What do you think? What's the connection? Is the second idea adding to the first one, or is it contrasting with it? Which word do you think fits in that blank? Take a second to think about it. And the answer is addition. Moreover is a perfect fit here. The two ideas just reinforce each other. A big influence on society and a big contribution to their families. It makes the whole argument stronger. Nice job. Ready for round 2? Okay, look at this sentence. The children slept deeply, blank, the noise. Think about the relationship between sleeping deeply and, well, noise. So, what's the logical connection? I mean, usually noise stops you from sleeping, right? So, are we adding an idea here, or are we showing a surprising contrast? That's right, it's concession. In spite of fits perfectly. It totally highlights that the sleeping happened despite the obstacle of the noise. It just captures that surprising situation beautifully. And there you have it. You are now officially equipped with the words and the rules to connect your ideas with way more power and precision. So I guess the only question left is, what are you going to write first?